Hi, I'm Mark Fisher. I'm from Boston, Massachusetts, and the journey that led me to Clear Passage started back in 2015, where I had an emergency surgery done for a Meckel's diverticulum resection. It came out of the blue, and unfortunately, a couple of years later, actually it was only 1 year later, I had a small bowel obstruction, which caused an emergency surgery as well. And that was okay for the next couple of years, where I had a third bowel obstruction surgery, and that was around in 2020. So in 9 years, I was hospitalized 10 times for bowel obstructions and bowel issues, and had three surgeries over the course of those 9 years. So what really led me to find Clear Passage was a recent admission to the hospital in February of 2024. I had a bowel obstruction, and the surgeon, my GI specialist, everyone was basically saying there's nothing I can do to prevent these bowel obstructions from happening. So my wife and I took it upon ourselves to do our own research and maybe look a little away from Western medicine and try another approach. And after probably hundreds, if not thousands of Google searches, and I have to give credit to my wife, she found Clear Passage, and it really resonated well with me immediately. I mean, just reading the testimonials and the videos at first, I was a little skeptical, to be honest, but it just sounded so it was pinpointed to exactly what I was experiencing. And I had nothing to lose at this point. My doctors were telling me, yeah, they have patients that come in annually. They have to come in for either a surgery or just being admitted to the hospital. And when you're admitted to the hospital with a bowel obstruction, they put an NG tube down your nose, and it's days without eating. It's miserable. So I tried Clear Passage. I called. I had originally set an appointment with Clear Passage, and I was having more stomach issues, so I bumped it up a couple of weeks, and they were more than accommodating to assist with my schedule. So I booked it in Gainesville, Florida. And from the moment I got there, I knew I was in good hands. Everyone was so cordial, everyone was so kind and nice. And I couldn't say more good things than my two therapists, Kate and Helene. They were both wonderful, and they were really unbelievable as far as their knowledge and the techniques that they used. It's still today, I have the tools now to take it upon myself to do these self-treatments every single night. All the lessons that they taught myself and my wife, who they allowed in the room at the same time, so she could see firsthand how I reacted to the treatment. So immediately I felt a difference. I didn't feel 100% right away, but even after the first day, I could just feel a lot lighter, and I never like to touch my scars. It never sit right with me. But after the first couple of days, I was touching, and it just felt so much looser. And even the coloring of my scars changed. I'm sure that had a lot to do with the therapist's help. They gave me these tools to do self-treatment, and I am diligent about doing treatment every single evening. My wife and I take turns. It's every other night, using both hands and physical tools that I don't have with me right now, but it's really unbelievable. In just 4 or 5 months, I'm glad to report that I haven't had a single episode, not even an ounce of pain. As far as what I was experiencing before, it's night and day. I feel looser, I feel so much better, and I don't have that constant worry about oh, like where's the closest hospital and what am I going to do if I have an obstruction, because I feel a lot more comfortable now with handling it. And I think this is going to be a lifelong condition that I'm going to have to battle. But as long as I am diligent about performing self-treatment on myself and knowing how to identify a bowel obstruction, I'm confident I'll be able to manage it. I'm really impressed by my whole experience there. And if I could give any advice to anybody who's going through something similar or you're unsure, just reach out to them. They're more than happy to assist you with any questions that you have. I know I had a few in the beginning, but my only regret was not doing it sooner. I can't believe the amount of years that, I wasted not going to Clear Passage, but it's hindsight's 2020. We didn't know about it. And I wish more doctors today would at least acknowledge and try and see that the work that Clear Passage is doing, it's life changing, and there is hope.